Hi folks, it's Graham here and I've just had a near disaster. But the entire thing has come apart at the seams. I mean, have a look at that. It was in my rucksack and I mean, this is stupid, but because the weather forecast was really good, I didn't put my sleeping bag in a dry bag. So my down bag took the brunt of this entire can of beer. It was absolutely soaking with beer, not a drop left in the can. So I've done my best to dry it out. Here's me and my brother trying to dry it out. Luckily it's windy, it looks a bit like a sail. So I've done my best to dry it out. I've had it hanging from the back of my rucksack in the wind, and I think it's partially working. But I mean, the down's a bit scrunched up, and it was a stout. So, you know, my sleeping bag smells like a tramp's boot, and I'm going to have to try and sleep in it tonight. Anyway, let's start again. Hi folks, it's Graham here, and I've been lucky enough to get myself out on another wild camp. In memory of Philip Athy, 1932 to 1985, a shepherd from the Cheviots whose steady hand guided flock and soul through storm and silence, these hills bear witness to the quiet strength of all shepherds that work here. I'm heading for a place which for me is one of the most mystical and magical places in the whole of Northumberland. We're heading for a glacial corrie cut deep into the flank of the highest mountain in England outside of Cumbria. I've checked, the Cheviot is the highest point in England outside of Cumbria. So yeah, we're heading for the Hen Hole. It's pretty windy, isn't it? It's drying off the sleeping bag though. This is a bit of a special camp for me because I haven't seen my brother in years. He emigrated to Australia during COVID times, but he's back in Northumberland for a month, and his family all watch the channel in Australia. Big fans of it. So one of the things my nephew wanted to do when he came over to Northumberland for a month is to go wild camping with Uncle Graham. And the icing on the cake is that my brother-in-law, who's Canadian, is over in Northumberland as well. So my brother-in-law, and we've each got a son, and we're out for a wild camp. So it's a really special family camp for me. First time I've seen him in 5 years, and to be honest, he's got the better genes. He's taller, handsomer, better looking, with a full head of hair. At least he had a full head of hair when he went to Australia. I've just noticed a little bit of the crown, so I'm pleased about that. As we hiked up the valley, we came past a huge coach bus passed us up the tiny road, and we got to Collingwood Hall, and there's a big marquee and a full-blown wedding going on. And I didn't video any of that because it's a bit rude, isn't it, when I don't know that I'm not a guest. But we're about a mile further on, and I think if we played it a bit cannier, we might have had a pint there. Never mind. It's not a thing to do on a wild camp anyways, it crash a wedding. But yeah, I hope they all have a good time. Nice place to get married, mind. There's the entrance to the Hen Hole, just coming up, just in there. And the mountain refuge hut, I can't see it yet, but it's up there somewhere. My youngest son, Oliver, is ginger. Well, actually, as he's getting older, it's darkening a bit, and he's more auburn now. He's a level 2 ginger. But my brother's 2 kids are they're bright ginger. Handsome kids, but bright ginger. And he's taken them to Australia, the sunniest place in the world. So they're now living their best life. Swathed and factor 50. Seems to me like they're thriving over there though. Looks like it's been really good for them. But yeah, Owen is a level 9 ginger. Such a beautiful, spectacular place, the Hen Hole. When you're here, you can absolutely believe it's the haunt of fairies. There's the Three Sisters waterfall, although it looks like a fourth sibling has joined them today. This looks like a pretty good place to cross. Such an amazing area. There's just waterfalls all the way up. We've stashed the rucksacks and we're just now looking for a good place to pitch the tents. Which I think is probably back there. At least the wind is drying out my sleeping bag and it's keeping the midges away. So I've put a rock in the bottom of my sleeping bag and I've just kind of holding the end up on with the tent pole, and it's a good opportunity to try and get it dried off. It's still really windy. The whole chasm is just full of tumbling waterfalls and little pools you could take a dip into if you're so inclined. I'm not inclined. This place is just magical, isn't it? There's a little kind of rock bivvy up here that I found a couple of years ago. Just gonna check it out again, see if it's changed any. Oh dear me, it's full of goblins.
Welcome.
There's some ancient cave paintings on the walls here. Here's a happy man or woman, and this is probably canine familiaris, do you think? Or a dog, and got some mountains here. So I reckon a happy person slept here with a dog. That's what the cave paintings tell me. Really, I brought the walking pole because the Alp Kit Tapstar needs one to pitch, but it's been absolutely invaluable for all the stream. Oh, sugar loops! Absolutely invaluable for all the stream crossings. I need to look at my feet more and less at the camera. Geologically speaking, the Cheviot area is about 450 million years old. It formed when two tectonic plates containing Scotland, one containing England, fused together in a period called the Caledonian orogeny. But relatively speaking, the The Hen Hole itself is much newer geologically. It's a result of glacial action, maybe not more than 10,000 years ago.
Owen, how does the Grand Majesty of Australia compare to the Hen Hole?
Hotter.
And do you like the Hen Hole?
It's lovely. Nice watery thing.
Oliver, any words of wisdom?
Bring an extra pair of socks in case you get your feet wet.
Xander, how are you enjoying your wild camp?
It's pretty good, yeah.
David, any words of wisdom?
Get yourself out. It's a beautiful part of England, and nearly over in Scotland. If you can't afford to go to New Zealand, have a look around here. A couple of days tramping around, just like Lord of the Rings.
Mark, how does the vast wilderness of Canada compare to the Hen Hole?
There's a lot more rocks here and no trees. A lot more trees in Canada that you can cut down and burn. But the Hen Hole is very nice. Visit it. Actually don't, because then there'll be more people here. So no, don't visit the Hen Hole. Goodbye.
Well, words of wisdom from the family there. Mark is kindly making everyone hot chocolate. And I'm getting quite partial to a hot chocolate on a camp. Now, Owen's a young lad, and normally he'd be, what are the youngins doing nowadays? Do they get goofed up on fizz balls? Or is that something they do? But now he's having a hot chocolate.
Oh, it's lovely.
Hey, show me that mug you've got. Oh yes.
Everything in my rucksack stinks of beer. That's my tent. This is my black crystal air sleeping mat. Now this has been sent to me by one tigress with a pump, so I've got to test this out tonight, and I've gone and soaked it with beer before I do anything with it. Stout. But I'm going to use the Abkit Tarp Star because I've been getting very fond of this tent, and it's a bit windy tonight and I've never tested it in a bit of wind, so let's stick it up now. So this is the mat one tigress sent, so let's see what it's all about. 750 grams, and it's not got a documented R rating, so I don't know if it has an R rating. But there's two ways to inflate it. The bag it comes in, it's got a strap on the bottom, which is always a plus. It just makes it so much easier to pull out, with some instructions as well. A little puncture kit that's just fallen out as well. It's got flipping beer on it. I'll have to dry that off first. Did anybody bring some like toilet roll or a cloth or something? No, I need to dry it. It comes with an integral sponge pump that you can do CPR on, or step with your foot as it says here. And actually that is working. But even better, one tigress sent this little thing. It's they call it the Eco Arc, and it's just a mini pump that doubles as a light I'm going to use to pump this up instead. I've had a long day and I don't really want to pump it up by foot. It was 104 grams. Comes with a handle, so I'm going to hang it from the roof of my tent. And let's see if it works here. Whoa. So there we go. I didn't time it, but it took about a minute, and that's fine by me to inflate it. It looks like it's got a integral pillow, which is canny, and it's got this hexagon type arrangement, which I've slept on mats like this before, and I know it's comfortable. And there's the foam integral pump at the end, so it looks big enough, and it's got got these press studs on both sides, so if you're sleeping with a partner in a big tent, you can clip them together. So I think that's a good idea as well. I'm going to let you know in the morning how comfortable it was, and as I say, I don't think it has an R rating, but it's the end of June, we're nearly in July. I'm not going to need one. It's going to be pretty warm tonight, and it does smell of stout, but that's not one Tigress's fault, that's mine. The little pump came with a variety of nozzles as well, and my son's got my X-Ped mat tonight, and it pumped that up no problem. And it looks pretty good in the tent there, and it's filling up most of the inner, so I'm not going to roll off. It's going to be pretty comfortable, I think. That's my Alp Kit Tarp Star, and none of the family I'm camping with tonight are regular wild campers. So that's my Nordisk Telemark 1. That's my Mountain Hardware Sprite 1. That's my old school Laser Comp 1. And further up the valley where I'm going to be cooking is my Alp Kit Elan and my Fjern Gakotta. It's by no means all of my tents. I mean my hillies at home with another few, but it's probably given my wife a clue that I've got too much gear. You can't have too much. You should see the shoes she's got. And handbags. We've got a wardrobe full of handbags in the spare room. To be fair, she started to sell a few unvinted. It's 25 to 8 now, and I was going to walk up to the mountain hut we can just see there, but it's probably about a kilometre. I haven't eaten yet, and to be perfectly honest, I can't be chowed, and none of the other lads wanted to do it, so I'm just going to get my bait now.
David, what are you cooking?
I am cooking Moorhouse Farm Shop venison burgers. We've got a little bit of sweet chili sauce and some pepper corn sauce.
Lamb and mint burgers.
And then for dessert, we've got lamb and mint burgers.
You're having venison burgers, and for dessert, lamb and mint burgers.
Yeah.
So having a lot of my family here, and especially seeing my brother for the first time in years, and it's always great to see Mark as well. It makes me realise how much I'm missing my wife, and we've been together, I mean 37 years. We met each other, well, we started going out with a gig at Newcastle City Hall in 1988. We had tickets together, but we weren't going out, but I really fancied her, and I remember I was so shy I didn't know what to say to her. I eventually worked up the courage, and I said to her, look, do you fancy going out sometime in the next 2,000 to 4,000 years? And she said yeah, so we started carbon dating.
Oh, no.
What do you mean? You're chuckling?
That's just bad.
What do you think? Was that any good? No? Okay. So every father-son combo has cooked their own meal, and me and Oliver are having fillet steak, Aberdeen Angus, 30 days aged, with chestnut garlic mushrooms in salt and rosemary encrusted focaccia. Sounds all right.
Remove yourself from the
Just popped a little bit of chili and paprika salt on the steak as it's frying. So my chopping board at home fell in half, so I've got half a chopping board, which well, it makes a handy camp chopping board. I've tried to cook that rare, so we're just letting it rest there while we cook the garlic and the mushrooms.
4.5 hours.
It's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're driving or something. You know,
Yeah.
you can listen to radio. So
Yeah, it's true. Sorry.
This, I haven't eaten all day, and this is pretty good. So I've got this beer to try, and it's called Oot in a Boot. It's Northeast brewers with Canadian heritage. Ootnaboot, a saying both Geordies and Canadians are familiar with. Ootnaboot is our IPA. So it's the perfect beer to share with Mark and David tonight. I've only got one can, so I'll not be sharing much. It smells like a Greg Stotty with a hint of maple syrup.
Yeah, it's good. And Canadian based.
Quite sweet.
Yeah, put some maple syrup in it.
Must be.
Yeah. Thirsty Moose Brewing Company.
There you go.
Tastes like the grease from a lumberjack's chainsaw.
Yeah, well delivered.
Rude.
Hi folks, I'm nice and cozy in the tent now, and I'm glad of it. For all it's July soon, it's nippy, and fingers are getting cold, and it was great seeing family again. But actually, at the end of the day, I like my own space. I'm in my own tent, and I love it. Love being in a tent, and I'm going to have a cozy little night. My sleeping bag, it's not too bad. You know, it's all right. I'll be okay in the morning. I did want to thank a few people that have bought me a coffee in the last month. I really appreciate it, guys. It all goes back to the channel, and it helps to make, you know, me feel that I'm doing something that people enjoy. It's great. So I'd like to thank Ron, who said a few very kind words as well. Thank you, Ron. Michael, thanks Michael, and the Polish Geordie, Jack Flisakowski. So thanks very much, lads. It's great, and I really like the kind words that go along with the coffee as well, and it does make me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile. So really appreciate it. Now I'm in the tent, let's have a real think about Ootnaboot. Let's see what it's really like. So the initial taste reminds me of going to McDonald's as a kid. It's got that thing about it. It's a great place. It's got Happy Meals. It's got Ronald McDonald. It's got ball pits. It's got like a children's bit with slides and that. It's got a counter with people you speak to order stuff. It's great. And then years later, as an adult, you go back to McDonald's and you wonder what's happened. It's just touch screens. There's no counter to order at. You know, there's no, what happened to Ronald McDonald? There's no ball pits or slides anymore, and it's just become this soulless enterprise. And then with a heavy sigh, you realise it's the metaphor for every romantic relationship you've ever been in. That initial taste of joy and that fantastic feeling, and in the end it just boils down to this joyless, soul-sucking enterprise that you somehow... Oh God. But actually it's a really nice flavour. I recommend it. I'm gonna get some sleep. I mean, it's still light. It's kind of at 10 o'clock. But we've got to be up and away really early, so I'll see you chaps in the morning. Well, good morning folks. We're halfway up the valley, back at Cuddy Hole. I was calling it Collingwood last night for some reason. Back at Cuddy Hole where the wedding was last night, and there's the big marquee. What a cracking place to get married, eh? This valley, amazing. Dedicated to the memory of the airmen who lost their lives in the Cheviot Hills as a result of the Second World War. Per ardua ad astra. Through adversity to the stars. You've got to have a lot of respect for them. Now, I know I'm on YouTube, but a couple of weeks ago I managed to get myself on proper telly. Mind you, if you blinked you might have missed it, but I had a film crew follow me around for a bit at work and ask me a few questions just because of what I do for a living. You might have caught it on Tyne T's news. Did you miss it? Oh well. You'll have to wait till next time. Anyway folks, it's been an absolute blast last night and a real pleasure having you along as well. So if you enjoy what I'm doing, give us a thumbs up and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.